Welcome, everybody. Hi there. We're doing another night of some tarot and healing messages. I hope everybody is doing well. I just got on to the live and we're going to go through another live. I've got my decks here. Information's in the video description if you need to know how it all works. I hope everybody's doing well today. Whoever's watching now or whomever will come on board soon. I'm not going to stay on too long this evening since I have some readings to do in the early morning. So just keep that in mind. If you have a question, you don't want to wait. You're just like, you know what, I want some info. You can go ahead and get your tarot reading. We're doing the regular rate again, which is $30 for 7 minutes, and you get one angel message. Or you can opt for the $40 tarot reading, which is 10 minutes. It's like 3 minutes longer. And it also includes your angel message, okay? Free healing messages are free. And if I've got one for you, I will be like, hey you, you've got a healing message a spirit wants to communicate with you, wants to share with you, okay? So just be patient. If you're here just for the healing message, you can state that in the chat, what you'd like. If you'd like a tarot reading, state that as well. So at least I know, what you are wanting, okay? Other than that, I think it's the same old Cash App or Venmo for payments if you're doing the tarot. That's about it. I got my coffee for this evening for a few hours. I'm all set up. Got my little pastry too, set aside. And we're just going to see what happens. If anybody wants to come around, we're going to hang out and go from there. I got my decks out too, so it should be really good. Let's see. Hi, Booby. Welcome. I'm just sipping my coffee over here. All right, Booby, let's do your reading. Go ahead and post your question of what you'd like to know. Okay, let me read what you got. Let me see. What does YK mean, Booby? I'm not sure. I know like some, you know, stuff. I don't know how to say. No, I mean, I know some like, hashtags or whatever, but I don't know what YK means. What does that one mean? Excuse me, I'm reading out. Oh, you know. See, I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm like the biggest nerd. I don't know everything. But I'm learning and it's good to know. You know me. I don't do social media and TV, so I don't know these things. But it's good to know. Okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad that that you're getting something out of your readings, really. I hope that for everybody here on this channel, not just, doing, a reading like everybody else does, like they're actually getting something from it and not feeling like they're wasting their time, that it's, in other words, I like it when people feel like they're getting some deeper meaning behind it. This channel is about, like I said before, not just about like tarot cards, truly, they're not. This really is a healing channel. That's why, I got it as walking you, #healing, because I want people to walk away with some sort of like insight, but more of like information that makes them think, and the only way we can move towards change or consider changing is by being provoked by thought, our thoughts being provoked. In other words, like something challenging you. Brain stimulation is the way we grow, right? So when things are challenging to our mind and provoke thought, make us think, that's the way we grow. And I'm so passionate about doing that with folks because we're so stuck in the same old, and we get our readings, we watch YouTube readings, whatever we do the same job, eat the same food, hang out with the same people, hear the same nonsense, yada, yada, yada. But like it kills our brain. It kills our brain. And so that's why people who are challenged grow faster, right? And if I can give that information here in this channel and share as much as I know, while also challenging myself, I mean, it's not just my viewers. It's not just my viewers. I'm also being provoked and challenged, and I always observe my behavior and try to be better and do better. I'm constantly learning on this channel too. It's not just like, oh, I'm Chieftess and I'm top and give it all the information and that's that. No, I walk away learning a lot about myself and my learning and discovery and all of that too. Actually, about 90% of my videos, like after I finish a live, before I go to bed. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, that's interesting, or oh, I shouldn't have said that, or oh, I should have said that, or I could have said it better, or oh, I forgot to say this, or Spirit wanted me to say this in his reading, and look at this insight and revelation I'm getting now. I gotta make sure this person gets this message next time they come around. Like, yeah, I watch my stuff after just for that sole purpose. Like, I don't watch a 3-hour live stream, but I'll do an hour, and I do that like almost every night after I finish the content. After I shower, I go in my bed and I watch the content, But wrapping that up, not just for you, everybody that watches this, I'm glad that you get something out of it. And that's why I'm here. I'm just doing my job as a servant of the Lord, to be the messenger, to be the healer, fulfill my destiny and help people. Because we forgot about helping others. And unfortunately, that's not important to people anymore. That's a sad reality, But anyway, that being said, oh, you're an Aries? Oh, Yeah, you and Aries, so it's like, whew, yeah, it's hard to knock you down. Hard to knock you down. You know, my first love was an Aries. Hi, Garag, welcome. My first, like, I've had honestly two true loves, right? I will make this real short. And my first true love was an Aries at 19 years old. Yep. First guy that asked me to marry him, proposed to me while driving in our car. Wanted to marry him and everything. We were young now. But, yeah. He's in, and I loved him, and I still love him. You know, am I in love with him? No, because I'm in love with somebody else. But, but he was the one that grabbed my heart. That Aries, yeah. And we were just, yeah. But yeah, Aries, you know, once you got him, you got him. Once you got him, you got him. So, but I know Aries though, like once they got something in their mind, it's very hard to change it. Very, very hard to change it. Once you free in Aries, Kuraba adding you as a moderator. Hi, welcome. Hi, Kevin. Once you free in Aries, well, see the thing about it, an Aries who is free, in other words, an Aries who has found themselves and know who they are like the freest soul that you want to hang out with. But when an Aries is not free, oh God, it's like putting a butterfly in a box, you know? And Aries are very psychic and they're very wise. Very psychic and very wise, right? If you do an Aries wrong, ooh, forget it. It's hard to change them. It's like they turn from a butterfly into a rock. No, it's like they turn from a butterfly to a bull. You don't want to deal with that. You know, you don't want to deal with that. But yeah, you bring back memories. Yeah. He was like my first true love. You know, we were so connected. He went after me 10 years later, and then I went after him 10 years later. He's a single dad now. He has a little girl. I'm proud of him. But he was mad at me because I broke up with him, right? I broke up with him. We were together for almost 2 years, and I broke up with him. He was, you know, moving into a lifestyle that wouldn't agree with me. And I had no choice but to break our engagement. Wanted to marry him forever and ever. And he was like my other free half. Oh my Lord, he was like perfect for me. But I had no choice but to break up with him. Yeah. You know, he was moving into alcohol and it was becoming a problem. I was going to say it. It was becoming a problem and I couldn't handle it. I was young. And I just was like, oh, no. And people were starting to talk about it in town. And I said, oh, I can't do this. And I literally had to break up with him. It was the saddest breakup. We literally walked away in opposite directions and never saw each other again. And that was so hard for me to do. We both cried. And I had never seen him cry. In those 2 years we were together, never once I seen him cry, right? When we broke up, when I left, he cried. He was like, really? He said, you breaking up with me? And I said, yeah, I was dying inside. He would like disappear for days, like for 2 days, and he just show up like, hey, baby. And I'd be like, where have you been? Being out in the bar, getting drunk, and then sleeping over his friend's house without telling me, and I'll be worried all night, couldn't sleep. I couldn't take it. And I was 21? I was young. I couldn't take it. And I was far away from home. That broke my heart for many, and I still couldn't get over many, many years. And I never broke up with anybody in my life. Not once. Only broke up with him. That was saddest for me, honestly. It really was. He was the type of dude who, when I was sick back in the day and I needed like emergency help, he literally carried me and took me to the hospital, which was like 5 blocks away from our house. Literally carried me. Literally. Type of dude when like I came home from work and he was in New Orleans because we were that free. I'd be like, oh, baby, go have fun. And I was, home alone in our house. We had a house together. And then I came home from work and then saw a sign on my door that said, nigger, go home. And put a knife underneath my pillow and called him and said, Alex, you won't believe what the hell happened. I saw this on my door, da 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 da. And he's like, baby, don't even worry. Lock the doors. I'm coming home. And took the first flight from New Orleans back to Boston. Knocking on my door at 2 a.m. Baby, it's me. Open up. Yeah, we were engaged. Proposed to me in the car and everything. Couldn't believe it. He was like, I can't imagine spending my life with anybody else. Almost went, ah! What? Did you just say you want to marry me? Went, ah! What did you say? After coming home from Thanksgiving at his parents' house, you proposing and I'm driving 90 miles an hour and what? Ah! You couldn't wait till at least a stoplight? Damn. Yeah. And you know what? To wrap this up and do your reading in a second, booby, I finally found him about a year ago. I was looking for him because he was looking for me 10 years before. We've been looking for each other all them decades. And I was like, that's his picture. I was like, that's him. On the Facebook, I was looking for him. I was like, I think that's him. And I saw and I opened up his profile. I was like, oh my God, that's him. I was like, he still looked the same. I was like, he looked the same. I was like, he still looked good. I was like, he still looked good. Went through his Facebook and all. And I'm not one to like go hunting you down or stalking you. I'm not one to do that. I'm not them social media hunters. But I looked at his stuff. I was like, oh my God, he's a dad. He's a dad. He's a single dad. He has a little girl. And I was like, oh my God. Because I was very close to this family when I was like 19. We were together for 2 years. I was very close. I'll go over his family's house, and I saw that, that his dad died the same year my father passed. Our fathers died the same time. Because I saw like the Facebook posting about it. And that made me cry. Because I was close with his dad too, I mean, I was just like, oh my God, what? His father died. I was like, oh my God. And I know that hit him. I know, that hit him. And I just was like, oh, even now I'm feeling it in my chest. I know that hit. And when I saw that, I just was like, fudge. That's a time where we should have been together. Like I should have been with Al, support him. And our fathers died at the same time. My father was everything to me. My father was like my king, So, God, I feel it in my chest. But yeah, I reached out to him, booby. I wanted him back. I messaged him here and there like, hey, it's me again. And how you doing? I can't believe a little girl. I'm so proud of you. And I still thought of you, honestly, all these years. And God, my chest is like crying. I still thought of you all these years. And, I wanted to see, like, how you doing? And then another message would be like, hey, I'm on the East Coast, just like you. And let's have a phone conversation. Like, I was doing little itty bitty messages, like here and there. And then he responded and he's like, sorry. He's like, I got your message and everything because I've just been a little busy here with, my girl, my daughter. He's like, I have a daughter, excuse me. He goes, I've just been busy. I was like, no worries, But then, like, I sent one last message because I was like, I don't chase men. I just don't. I let things naturally flow. And I was feeling some hesitation on his energy, and I talked about his dad in the message real quick. I said, I'm so sorry to hear that Peter died. I said, oh my God, my chest. And I said, let's meet up. And I kept it real casual. I was like, what's up? Let's meet up, And he never responded. Even though he said, I'll get back to you, he never responded. And that was enough for me. Because, like, I could love you to death, but I'm not going to force you to love me to death or to even respond, right? And, but it's like I got my closure through those few messages. I honestly did. I felt like we didn't have closure. And also, too, even though he didn't respond, I couldn't walk away in my silence. I had to tell him how I felt about breaking his heart. Because in some way, form, and another, I feel like he didn't respond as like a revenge to me breaking up with him 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I felt like he purposely left me hanging in the Facebook conversation, the Facebook Messenger thingy, on purpose as a revenge because I broke up with him 20 years ago, and that damaged his heart. I heard that really killed him. So, it's like, it's a stupid, decision to do that. I feel to, be revengeful in that way, but, there's nothing I could do about it. But I put in the message, honestly, everything I felt. I said, I'm so sorry. I don't do like, I apologize. Because when you sorry, you don't do that whole safe English word, Webster dictionary thing. I apologize. When you sorry from the heart, you say, I am so sorry. And I meant it. I didn't say, I apologize. I don't like when people say I apologize. It's a safe thing. I said to him, dear Alex, and I said, in reference to, about the past when we were together, I said, I really loved you. I said, you were my first love. And I said, I want you to know that I loved you so much, but it was hard for me because people were talking about you in town, that you were drinking too much and doing this and that, at the bar. And I said, I was young and we were going through it together. And that on top of it broke my heart. I said, you would go missing for days and I didn't know where you were. I thought you were dead or drunk on the side of the road. I said, but neither here nor there. I said, you were my first love and you always will be. And I said, I still love you. I said, but I'm so sorry that we couldn't work it out. I said, but we were young. I said, what else could I have done? We were away from the East Coast. We were away from our homes. But I wrote that in the message. I wrote that. And I felt it. I was like, I'm so sorry. I said, I can't change breaking your heart. But I said, we can change the future if you want. And that's when he responded. Because he wasn't responding to my other messages. I was like, he was angry. That's why he didn't respond to me. But he responded to that. He goes, I got your message. He goes, thank you for writing that. He goes, but I've just been busy being a dad. I said, I understand. Yeah. And that was that. But that, like I said, Boopy said, Aries hold a grudge, forget it. And that's when I was just like, you know what? even though I broke up with the dude and I had to do what I had to do for me, in many ways, I don't regret it. And if he can't accept that, maybe he has, but if he's not interested in opening the doors with us again, then it is what it is. And I accept it. Even though he was a love of my life, I was ready to marry him, everything. I told my family, we told our families, we're just like, we're doing this, you know. And if he's not interested, then I'm going to leave Alex where he's at and send him all the love. And that's all I can do. So, but let me tell you this. If he had accepted an opportunity for us to have another chance, I wouldn't have met my current partner now, who I'm so much in love with. And my current partner, it's interesting. If Alex were to knock on my door now, I'd say I love you and I'll always love you, but I'm in love with somebody else right now. Who's my heart? That's that. And I would send him peace. But if Alex had opened up the doors again for us, I never would have met my current partner, with whom I'm so much in love with. We in love with each other so much. He's my boo. So, and I feel like if Alex and I were to try this whole, thing again, I honestly feel like the past would have been on our way, because Aries, they hold that grudge, right? And I feel like in some spots here and there, he would have done some revengeful things towards me. Maybe like copped an attitude, or maybe he would have said like, well, when you left me, or just some kind of energy. And I'm not trying to deal with that. So I don't want the past in the way of any type of love. And I feel like he wouldn't have been able to forget it. He would have, somehow thrown it here and there, not in my face. And I don't want that. I don't deserve that. But I don't regret breaking up with him, because I'm not trying to be or marry an alcoholic. Period. I was 19, 20 years old. I'm not trying to do that. That was the best decision that I had to make for me. And that should tell everybody that's watching this chat, even if you got to sacrifice your true love for the betterment of you, do it. Because I had to do it, and I did it at 20 years old. I said, baby, I love you so much, and this breaks my heart, but I got to let you go, because I can't handle another night worrying if you're going to come home or not. And I'll never forget the tears in his eyes. I felt like I was killing myself breaking up with him, honestly. But I had to do what I had to do, because I couldn't take it no more. We were together for 2 years. I gave him a lot of time, but he was young too. He was 23. So what do you expect from somebody who's, in their 20s? They don't know what they're doing. We having fun, but we weren't ready to get married. And if we did, we probably would have left each other in a quick divorce. I don't want that, Yeah. I don't want that. So I knew my worth, from young. Like I told everybody, I knew who I was at 6 years old. There's a picture of me in the community area of me at 6 years old. I knew who I was at 6. It may sound weird, but it is what it is. And my father especially taught me about value. I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't be crying. I'd be crying. I'm like, oh my God, where's Al? He ain't coming home. I'd be up till like 3 a.m. He ain't even come home. And then he'd just show up out of the blue. And I'd be like, honey, where have you been? And he's like, oh, don't worry, babe. Don't worry. I'd be like, what? Don't worry. I was scared. I was alone. I didn't know where you were. Oh, no, I was 19, 20 years old. I was scared of that. It's like, no. But Like I said, I wouldn't trade it in the world for who I have now. All right. Exactly, Alex. Booby, what would you like to ask? Hi, Anastasia, welcome. That was the hardest breakup of my life. It really, really was. Hardest. The first night we met, we had our first date, and we lived together. We moved in together. That's how close of a soul connection we had. The first night we met, and I said this before in other live streams, the day we first met, he goes, look, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I said, okay. Then he asked me out on a date. By the time he left that night, he said, can I take you out? I said, yeah. We had a date, actually, no, a couple nights later or the next night, something like that. And he took me out, standing there with a sunflower in the heart of Boston, went for a date. We hung out at my place watching a movie. He never left my house. We were together ever since. He moved right on in. I said, Aries for you. Moved right on in. I got him. Like, you ain't going nowhere. You mine. Because when I first saw him, I was like, oh, who's that? I was like, oh, who's that? It came to my job and everything. And all the girls were like, when they first saw him too, they were like, I was like, Allison, he's cute. I was like, okay. I saw the other girls like drooling, but I wasn't going to say nothing. I was like, I'm going to slip right on in and take him. And I did. Together for 2 years, and I took him. Dude said to me, like I said, at my job, we sitting there talking. He's like, look, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I said, yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Booby, where are you? What do you want to know? He holds it up my line, my imaginary line. But yeah, like I said, I would not trade my partner for nobody right now. Woo! Not in the world. All right. Let me read your words here. Yeah. Aries do learn that way, the hard way. Okay, let me reread, because I feel like you wrote from an emotional place, and sometimes like when our words come out from an emotional place, they can be confusing. But let me see. Let me do my best. I need closure from Yisa. I need my feelings hurt, which might sound crazy. No, I get it. But I learned things the hard way. I know. I won't get it from her. I know. Yeah, you won't get it from her. I found out some that kind of hurt. So I found out some that kind of hurt. Okay. So what's your question? So what's your question? Where is my water? Oh, sorry. Guys, sorry we talk with my mouth full, but just letting you know, I can't stay on long tonight because I got to get up early in the morning. So, I'm not going to stay on here. So if you want to do tarot readings or something, make sure you get them early because I can't stay on long tonight. 1 second. I got to get up like at 6:30. So, and now it's like 10:46. So, just let you guys know. I wish I'd taken more pictures when I was like in my 20s, my early 20s. I had this big afro. I wish I'd taken more pictures. I was so busy traveling with them. Okay, the feelings from her about me, which probably won't be nice, we sprinkle that. Oh. I know. Aries are so hardcore, but inside they're super, super sensitive. You can't really, with an Aries, they're super, super sensitive. But you're really the leaders of women. Your energy is so masculine. It's like, there's no show of your sensitivity, but inside it's like, so the thing about it is you need a strong woman like me. At the end of the day, you need a strong woman like me. I could tell you this easily with your tarot before even pulling your tarot. Yeast is not the one for you at the end of the day. You need a strong woman with an intelligent head on her shoulders, but one that's also free spirit, because that free spirit is going to connect to your heart and soften it. But you need a woman who's a bit vivacious and someone who's smart, who has a good head on her shoulders. I'm hearing clean. So you don't need a woman who's all vulgar and drama. You need a woman who is peaceful within herself first. That's what's going to work for you. He's just not the one for you. It's too much drama. And if you're igniting drama in a connection with her from the past, it's because she triggers that out of you, because she is that. Look, women don't trigger drama out of men when they're at peace. It's just simple, right? So you need a woman who triggers peace out of you. So hence, you need a woman who is peaceful. Because you're not going to be able to learn peace because you're so hardcore. So you need someone that's opposite of you. Let's go into your reading. Did I do? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, but it don't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You have to decide. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be stuck? Or do you want to be stuck on Lisa? That's what you've got to decide. Now, you want some guidance and you want to know how she feels about you. Let's see. Let's do it. Garak, you timestamp. Oh, thanks. Yes. Can you timestamp Booby at 12? Excuse me, not 12. 10:50 p.m., please. 10:50. Doing his 7-minute reading. Bottom of the deck, my dear, for current energy of Lisa is the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Bam. Slam it on out. Let's get some more messages. I don't see any get-togethers in the near future. Just gotta let you know. But let's move more into the read, okay? And see. All right. Wow, 5 of Cups. Man. Bottom of the deck, my dear, is a 2 of Swords. It's like nothing wants to come on out because I don't feel her energy. Like I literally just don't feel her energy being present. 2 messages here, the 5 of Cups and the Page of Wands in the reverse. Gosh, this is a heavy reading. I've got 4 cards in total here for your reading, and it's heavy. It's heavier than like if I were to take the Tower and the Devil together. God. This is all about pretty much like it's done, it's done, it's done. I'm hearing wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Clarify this 5 of Cups, please. Clarify this 5 of Cups. You need to decide what you want your children to be like. Let me tell you some advice, folks. What kind of partner that comes into your life, you have to go backwards. In other words, kind of like go backwards, go backwards. Start with the children. What sort of personalities do you want your children to have? Then you'll be able to manifest the kind of partner you want. if you want your kids to be a mess, a hot mess, rude, drama, whatever, what kind of personality, what sort of energy do you want your seeds to bring to the world? Clarify that Five of Cups. Wow. Clarify that Page of Wands. You wanted to marry this girl. I mean, I feel like lately you're realizing or thinking like this is the one. You know what I mean? Any energy from her, Spirit? Well, I got the Two of Swords twice. She decided to let this go. Two of Swords on top of that Page of Wands in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse on top of that Three of Cups. And it's not easy for her, but she decided to let this go very, very much. You feel like you've been abandoned. You want to put the work in on this. She's not showing up, but let's see. This is you, what I said about that Tower. Wow. This is all you. It keeps coming out. Any energy about her? Any energy about her? Wow, that card's spinning. Why is that Justice there? Clarify that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. What time did we start? 10:50. Okay. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is that Moon card here? You got so much heartbreak here. I mean, like, you can create a Hollywood film called Heartbreak. You got so much heartbreak here. It's not even funny. Clarify that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. There we go. Spirit has backed her down. In other words, Spirit's like, you know, like when somebody wants to defend another person, you're like, no, I got this. Spirit's basically like, no, you need to go back. Tell me more. She's been silenced. Almost like silenced in her energy from opening up the door to you again. Tell me more. Clarify that King of Swords, please. You got so much love over here, so much heartbreak. Spirit's like, Tell me more. Let's see. Anything that she wants to say? Anything that she wants to say, Spirit? Look at that High Priestess there. Look at this. Look at this. You. Anything she wants to say? Anything that she wants to say? Jeez. Clarify that Magician in the reverse. Wow, this reading is pretty darn magical, I must say. Look at this freaking Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Wands in the upright. Balance. Clarify that Eight of Wands. Clarify that Eight of Wands. Why? Clarify that Queen of Swords. Why? Tell me about that Six of Wands. Wow, so that's okay. She's decided not to see. She's decided whatever reason behind it, she decided it's best not to see you. Because the cycle has ended. Anything else? The cycle has ended. Like I said, I feel like spirits be like, nope, go back. Tell me more. Whose energy is this Four of Pentacles in the reverse? I'll tell you more in a second. Tell me more about that four. There we go. Whose energy is that Two of Pentacles? Whose energies? This is you. This is you. But let's see. Yep. It's you because you want that closure. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. You want this. Your truth is that, God, you really want this. Like your truth is showing up. Like the curtains on your stage are open, latched on to the edges and nobody can close them. Look at this. You want her. There's so much love in this entire reading from your end, and it's cool. But you can't let her go. Spirit's got her like I said, like, no, Yisa. Give me an angel message. Give me an angel message. There we go. Wow. Your angel message is from Angel Yellow Jasper, control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may control you. I feel like this is something that should have come out when you two were together. I'm feeling that very strongly. So this energy here is really about you letting go. I'm hearing a fear. What is it that you truly fear? I feel like you run away from, the moments that you get scared. And when you get scared, what I need you to do is stop and be honest, be real about what it is you're suddenly scared of, like in that moment, right? That's what I feel like you need to do. Because I'm hearing it's going to create power instead of ceasing it. So there's some sort of damage you do when you run away from the moments you feel fear. So my advice to you is to stop, pause, and listen to what you honestly are scared of. It could be rejection. It could be of losing. I'm hearing damage control. So that tells me that you have some sort of control issue with fixing the damage you've done in this connection. You need to ask yourself why and where that comes from, because it's deeper than just you and Isa. There's a reason why you're so interested in fixing the damage you feel that you did. And a lot of people, I see this all the time. A lot of people are like, oh, I messed up, Chieftess. How can I get him back? I love this person. I don't want to let them go, et cetera, et cetera. And perhaps that's why Spirit had me go into a 30-minute saga of me and Alex in the past. Because I was able to finally release him after he put me through so much emotional damage and myself allowing me to go through that emotional damage. It takes two to tango. It ain't like, oh, this person, like Alex had, hurt me so much. No, I also am accountable and responsible for staying around too long and allowing that energy in my life. So when something is over, it's got to be over, right? And it's hard for us to do that. But I had to do that for my own best interest. And perhaps for whatever reason, Yisa has to do the same, or at least as what I'm seeing is reading, God wants her to do the same, like pulling away for her own best interest. And you grabbing the lesson and letting go of any control issues. Because I feel like the control issue that you have here is wanting to know how to repair this and fix it. Whether it's getting your closure, that's fixing it. Whether it's talking to her, that's fixing it. Whether it's convincing her that you were in the wrong and that you're the one that messed up the connection, that's also fixing it. There's so many different ways we try to control, connections, right? But at the end of the day, it's not really control, it's just fear. So you got to ask yourself, what do I fear if I walk away without getting the closure I need? Because there's some reason there's a reason behind people needing closure. Like, I can't sleep at night. Or for 5 years, I haven't been able to think clearly. I haven't been able to sleep. I need closure. Why do you need closure that bad? Right? So the first step is and you're going to get the answers. The first step, closing this off now, is for you to ask yourself, when you're alone, and be real about it, no matter what the answer is, why do I need closure from Isa? Why do I need closure? What is it going to do for you? Because it's all about you. And that's the control. Like when it's all about us, no matter what the situation is, that's control. So you got to find that answer. What does getting closure from her give you? It could be an emotional fulfillment. It can be a mental fulfillment. Like, oh, I got to get closure from her because I got to be able to look myself in the mirror and no longer feel guilty that I messed things up. It could be that. It could be like, I need closure from her because, I can't think straight whenever I'm reminded of her when I'm outside in the world. I don't want to be thinking about her no more. So I need that closure to release these thoughts. It could be anything. So that's what I'm saying. You got to find out why it is you need closure. Because if she needed closure, she would be coming here or going to you. You know what I mean? So it's not really about for the best interest of Yiza. It's really about you. And that's where the control is. Because in some way, we need closure as humans from other people for selfish reasons, right? And we will do it. We will call our ex like 10 years later and be like, you know what? Can we meet? I got to talk to you. Ain't about your ex's well-being or best interest. It's all about you. And control is connected to selfishness, not selflessness, right? It's about giving you something that you feel a lack of. So stopping right here, find out what it is that you get out of getting closure from her. Because it ain't about her, it's about your selfishness. Everybody does this. But the power really is about letting someone go completely for your own best interest. Like, I had to walk away from Alex 20-something years ago, and I walked away with no closure. And he was like my heart, my everything. I walked away. I told him, I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And for 20-something years, we didn't talk. Right? And I still didn't have closure, even after I finally found him 20-something years later. But all I knew, and all that you can know, is that the best form of love is not about the connection or the love for that person. It's about the love for thyself. And that's what I'm trying to get into your brain, everybody that's watching. The love for thyself. You must look at yourself and you must make sure that you are taking action and making decisions for your own best interest. So in other words, if she wasn't giving you what you needed, in whatever which way in the connection, there's no reason for you to have closure. And if she felt that way about you, in other words, like if she was like, you know what, I felt this and this about Booby. He wasn't giving me this. I was feeling this type of way. Whatever she felt that wasn't working for her, if she has not gotten closure from you, that's a good sign. Because she's looking out for her own best interest, right? And you want a woman who has self-love. You don't want a woman who's like latching on and be like, Booby, let's meet up. I want to talk to you about what happened in the past. I can't move on, to a new relationship. I need answers. No, you want a woman who's strong enough to walk away from you and say, you know what? I loved you, Booby, so much, but I gotta walk away from you because I'm just not feeling happy here. And I can't stay in a connection that does not make me happy. You want a strong woman who says that to you. Because a strong woman who can say that to you or not say that to you and walk away is one who respects herself. You want a woman who respects herself, whether you're together or not. You don't want a woman who you could take advantage of and she's crowding you and she's like, hey, I need answers because she's going to teach her children that same behavior. And then you're going to have children who grow up insecure and making bad decisions in their life. Right? Exactly. So that's just my advice to you, Ruby. That the sacrifice is for the best. And now it's your time, like I said, to ask yourself, why do I need closure? Why can't I walk away from her without it? That's the answer. I'm sorry, that's the question. That's the question, my dear. Okay. And, I'm reading the chat now. What? She's having sex with my exes and cool with people who set me up and try. Well, damn, if she trying to get you killed and having sex with other exes, then why do you still want her? Maybe that's the first question. Maybe that's the first question that you got to ask. Remember, what did I tell you guys? Everybody that's listening. What kind of children do you want? What kind of personalities and energy do you want your children to have? Mischievous, drama, not going anywhere energies? What sort of children do you want in this life? That's the very first thing. We have so many people bringing children into this world and their children are a hot mess because their parents are a hot mess. So you got to think, what kind of children do you want to bring in this world? Because it's not about you anymore. When you pass 18 years old, it's not about you. And so you need to really think, what sort of children? Do you want your children to be hot messes? It's not about you. When you hit that 18 mark, it's not about you anymore. It's about what kind of people that you want to bring into our communities. Simply. If you with somebody who's drama or who doesn't pay attention to you and give you the time and energy that you deserve, and you're loving and caring and respectful, I'm not talking about to the people out there who are a hot mess too. But if you can bring to the table and self-worth, self-value people, even at that. Yeah. Really, really important. Deprogram thyself. Deprogram thyself. The things that we believe and talk about sometimes and want, deprogram thyself. If you've seen drama as a kid If you've been traumatized, it's your responsibility to know better. How do we know better? By hunting down information. And there's plenty information in data and people and energies and spirit and God to have no excuse about choosing to do better. In other words, there is so much light in the darkness of this world. There's absolutely no excuse for us to be behaving and choosing the way we do. Simple. If you need guidance, there are plenty of mentors and leaders out there that are willing to open their arms and guide you, right? If you feel like you're going down the wrong road in any capacity, there's plenty of light in the world for us to connect to and change our way. Absolutely. I don't believe in like, oh, poor me, when my daddy left, when my mama did this, I was abandoned and I can't find a job. And when he went with this other chick and then left me to cry all night. And then I just, I couldn't help but sleep with his friend and all this drama stuff that I can't even create right now. There's absolutely no excuse, guys. We have this one life to live, and we live in an age of technology, information, and light, that there's no excuse for our behavior. There's no excuse for the paths we choose, the ones that are the easy way out, and avoiding the right way in. Simply. Somebody's not calling you or returning your voicemails or text messages. You got your answer. You've got your answer, and you know better, right? You know better. Like when somebody's not responding to you in a natural order of time, you got your answer. If someone's acting a hot mess and you have heart for them, you got your answer. Has nothing to do with your mama, has nothing to do with your papa, has nothing to do with where you live, what you don't have, where you went to school, what you lacked, what you eat, how you look, you get my nails did, whatever. Has nothing to do with that. Has to do with you being real about the reality is, and you moving away from that. Simple. You moving away from that. There is no card in any of my decks that will tell you any different, right? And people know, we know. Like, I can change them. And when I was like stupid, it's my fault. They said, no, it's not. But when right, and you go back, then we got to talk. Then we got to talk about accountability and whose fault it is. Because we get to manifest and choose who and what and when and why and how and all that stuff in our life, right? Like, for example, if I had married Alex 20 years ago and the issues he was having with alcohol, I wouldn't be here. I simply would not be here right now, fulfilling my destiny, living in my glory, living in my peace. I would not be here, right? I probably would have been pregnant or like a mama with 2 kids, miserable, however many kids, whatever, miserable, wondering when he's gonna come home. I would have been wondering when he's gonna come home, sitting alone as a wife in some place, wondering when my husband's gonna come home. I said, thank God, I chose me. At 20 years old, thank God, 20 years ago, I said, my heart is killing me right now to say this, but we can't be together anymore. And my heart killed me that day. You think I wanted to break up? It was the love of my life. I'll never forget, we were in the street when I broke up with him because he was missing for days. And somebody told me, a friend of a friend told me that he had taken somebody's guitar drunk. They were like, you know what? I think Alex roughed up some guy in the bar the other day. I'm like, what are you talking about? Someone told me, a friend of a friend. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, Alex doesn't do that. He's like, yeah. He was in the bar the other day and he took some dude's guitar. He was drunk. And we were like, what's going on? And that's when I said, no. That was the biggest red flag right there for me. And I literally had to break up with him that afternoon. and I ran into him on the street. We were in town. I was like, hey, where you been? He was like, hey, babe. He's like, what's wrong? I was like, hey, this dude just told me, like, and when I saw him, he had a guitar in his hand. I was like, where'd you get that? I didn't accuse him. I asked him because I believe my man first. I don't believe nobody out there. I come to my man straight first. I don't take anybody's word over my man, but it made me think after seeing him holding a guitar. I was like, where have you been? I was like, where did you get that guitar? Right? And he's like, and he ignored me. The question I asked him. And that's when I knew. And I could tell in his energy, like he probably had some drinks that previous night and was going through like the hangover energy, the sobriety energy. I could tell. And I was like, and I had to break up with him. I'll never forget that day. It was the hardest day. And we literally walked away, like from each other. We just walked away from it. It was the saddest friggin' day I ever had in my life. You know. But I think if I had stayed with him, what would my life look like? Not like this. Not like this. And I just knew in my mind, that I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to walk away. I had no choice. I wasn't going to try to like convince myself or try to convince him of how hurt I felt. I was done. I was done because I was like, I don't want to go through this anymore. It was very simple. I was just like, I don't want to go through this anymore. We've been together for years, but no. I was like, I don't want to feel no more angst, no more anxiety, no more worry. I'm done. And I'm the type, like when I'm done. Like I don't have exes that are like my friends. Like we talk on the phone. Like when our relationship is done, I'm the type like we don't talk no more. Because I don't believe in that whole like, we talking, we friends after we break. No. When we done, we done. So when are you done? Right? When are you guys done? It took me 20 years to find my true love. And my true love is here now in my life. I waited 20 years to find my true love. Have relationships and connections and all. I went through heartbreak and all that galore. But I waited 20 years to find the man that I'm with now, and I wouldn't change a thing to feel the contentment I feel now. No way. But you gotta be able to be like, I'm done. And you gotta keep, and if you go through the frogs, and the peasants, you gotta be able to say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And sometimes you got to keep doing that to filter out the frogs and peasants to get to your princess or prince. Simple. Because with the frogs and peasants, you acquire wisdom and more knowledge and more, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. So just give you a little bit of some insight, but we have a choice. We have a choice about who we give our energy to. Yeah, we have a choice to do that. Absolutely. Anyway, God, I feel like I've been talking for an hour. I think I have. I think I have been talking for an hour. Yeah. Well, that's the mistake right there. You see that statement? That's a powerful statement. Booby Lee. Let me do this, Booby Lee. I don't want to wait 20 years. I went against God for this girl. Damn, that's a powerful truth. And I'm so glad you shared that. I went against God for this girl. That is a powerful truth. That's very powerful. And I got to give you credit and courage and love for that statement. Because nobody up in the chat, for the most part, will say that truth right there. You know this channel, I'm all about pulling that truth and going in deep. Because that's everybody's truth. That's why everybody's here, right? That's why all of y'all here. That's a powerful truth. You went against God for this girl. And a lot of people that come here go against God for their person when they know that they're doing that. And when they know that if it's them versus God, who's going to win? I'm so glad and happy you said that, Booby. That's the realest thing I've seen in this chat. Seriously. I love you said that. Because when we're on the wrong path, when we're with the wrong person, when we're making wrong decisions and we know, that's what we're saying right there. And we got to be willing to first say that truth. We got to be willing to say that truth. And I love that you said that. I really do. But what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, though? Because there's only one winner when it comes to us humans versus the Lord. And we know who that winner is, right? So you got to decide. You tired of fighting the Lord? You tired? I'm sure you exhausted in some way. I hope so. Because the Lord is the Lord, and it's ourselves that we really deplete and hurt, right? When we get the signs and we know it's really ourselves that we hurt when we're trying to fight the Lord that's trying to fight us from fighting him, right? That's what it's really all about. You need, Booby, I'm going to give you this movie here. Bam. I'm giving you that movie, Booby. I want you to watch that movie. It's free on YouTube. I want you to go watch it. I want you to go watch it. I think I've told you this movie before, but I haven't. If I haven't, I'm telling you now. You watched it. Very good. I could have sworn I gave you that movie before. Okay. Yeah, I could have sworn I told you before. Good. I'm glad you saw it then. Yeah. Yep. You need somebody that's opposite you. You need somebody that is opposite. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want me to explain that and go further into that, you can do another tarot reading, and I'll pull in some energy for that and let you know, okay? Whew. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Let me go get mine. 1 second, guys. Whew, I had to put my air on. Yes, booby. Excuse me, my gosh, my throat's dry. What's going on? I think I'm gonna drink my juice. Yes, booby, thank you. I saw your payments here. Please post a question that you'd like to ask just to confirm. I need to get some juice in my throat. Yeah, Alex, I did a little bit of Starbucks tonight. I didn't do too much. I just did a pastry and a small coffee. I'm not trying to be up all night, so I got to get up very early in the morning. But now I got to like simmer it all down with some juice, some green juice. I love this juice. I love this juice. It's really, really great. Well, booby, do you want the best? If you want the best, you got to pay for the best. Mm-hmm. Yep. If you want the best, you got to pay for the best. Nothing good in this life come cheap. That's for sure. Oh, and don't ever say, man, I got to teach you about women. Don't ever say that statement in front of a woman you're interested in. Never complain about the money you spend. Not just on her, but I mean in general. Women don't like men who have cheap mentalities. I don't care if you've got like 2 cents in your bank account or wallet. Little tip there. Never complain Never use the word discount. Never use the word, that statement there or anything remotely connected to that. Because it's going to say some things that you don't want a woman to think. Okay. But let's get started. Come on, give me your question. Let's do this. Like, damn, we at Target and you buying all this stuff, putting in the cart, baby. What do you got in the cart? What? Don't ever say that. Bad booby, no. Yeah, but we come around this channel more. But first, go get more money. For real, I mean that. Go get more money because you need to come around this channel more. I got to teach you about women. Seriously, I want to help you out. I really do. Because I feel like at the end of the day, I feel your energy. I feel like you're a really good guy. You just got to change some things. Like, make some, I'm hearing significant changes. I was going to say little changes, but they interrupted me and said significant changes. So, yeah, we got some work to do. But I know what kind of woman you want, and we just got to, there's some shifts we've got to make. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, get your wallet ready, honey. We need to get you some info to help you out. Okay, Booby, come on, let's go. What do you want to ask? Because I gotta go soon. I gotta get my beauty sleep. I can't waking up looking all tired. No. This face can't be waking up looking all tired. I'll be like, oh, I gotta wake up. That's why I'm drinking my juice here, preparing my body to wake up in the morning. All right, my energy. What do you get from it? Because who I think I am or what people get are two different things. And what do I need in a woman? Well, yeah, like you said, well, you got two different questions there. So which one do you want to ask? Do you want to ask, what do I get from your energy? Or do you want to ask, what do I need in a woman? And if you want to, the answers to both, just go ahead and send another payment. The first one. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Let's see. What do I get from your energy? Let's see. Well, the very first thing, that I'm hearing is you need to tone it down. That's the very first thing, okay? The very first thing is that you need to tone it down just a little bit. When I say tone it down, I mean, oh God. First, you need to watch what you say, okay? You need to watch what you say. I feel like you need to kind of stop, drop, and roll. Like, the things you say could be fire, kind of like a dragon, like spits out fire. So you need to make sure you're not saying things that could, kind of turn heads in the wrong way. And that will come with you choosing to hang out with people that are completely different from your energy. I feel like, you need to explore people who are nothing like you. Nothing like you. I feel like your energy could be hardcore, and you need to be around other females that are softer than you, that are completely different from who your type would be, so they can share that softness with you. Because I feel like the only way that you're going to be open to change is if you get some soft energy from people. It's not just only about women, people. So I feel like for your energy to tone on down, you need to spend time with people who are completely opposite of you, who have like calm energy, who are curious. I kind of feel like I'm just getting community college now. Maybe you might want to consider going to community college. take a free class, just to be around other people while soaking in some information and education. Why not? But I feel like you need to be around people who are doing things with their life, doing things with their life. And I feel like they just keep giving me community college, maybe community college energy, or if you want to go, to university, even better. There are free courses at universities. I actually would recommend that more than a community college, to be honest. But take a free course at a university or college and be around other people that are going to teach you just through their pure energy, because there's a little bit too much ego and hardcore energy going on within you, and it's just going to leave you alone in this world, and you don't want that. I don't want that for you. You got to switch it up and be open, right? So in order to do that is for you to be around the unfamiliar. Good, Rob, could you timestamp Booby's reading for 11:38, please? Thank you. Let's begin. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. Look at that. It's like Spirit wants to move you into this chill energy, a different chill than you think is a chill. Like chill energy. Just be, relaxed. Be open to receive something that you don't know. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Yep. I feel like you need to go to an environment of school. I really do. Tell me more. I want to see you in a college environment. Forget community college. I want you to go find, this is your assignment, Booby. I want you to go find a free course or courses. I don't know if you work. I don't know what your schedule is, but we create time, right? So you can do this. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit in the reverse. In other words, you can create time and fulfill this assignment I'm about to give you. I want you to find a college or university in your area, and I want you to research some free courses that are coming up in the next semester, right? Or, the next available courses. I want you to go do that. And I want you to go sign up for like 1 or 2 courses. And I want you to not do online. I want you to sign up for in-person classes. And I want you to go be in an environment that you're not used to. And I want you to go challenge your brain, but be around other energies that you're unfamiliar with. Let's look at your energy here. Yeah, look at this. I feel like also too that you could be very intuitive, but your personality kind of counteracts that. So in other words, we've got to work on softening your ego, because the ego never goes away. We just kind of manage it, right? So we got to work on softening your ego in order for you to come into full empowerment of your intuition and to manifest complete change. You need to be committed to softening your ego, because your ego can be influenced, I'm hearing, by 2 things. Wow, hardship and heartbreak. Your ego comes out of nowhere and is like, hi. When it's triggered, they told me, by 2 things, hardship and heartbreak. We got to cut that out, because I'm telling you, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life if you don't. Simple. And you don't want to be alone. I don't want you to be alone for the rest of your life. I want you to be happy and understand who you are and be content with that and get the things that you want and desire in life. Now, next up here is that Spirit's calling on for you to, I'm hearing, measure up. There's some sort of lack here that you accept, and I'm hearing it's no longer acceptable. whether it's financially, whether it's not knowing who you are and being okay with not knowing who you are, that's got to change. It's time to pursue who you might be instead of being like, yeah, I'm lost in the winds and yeah, it is what it is. No. No, booby, my love. No, it ain't. It ain't cool. It's not cool for anybody to be cool with being lost. There's too much goodness in this life to not be okay with being lost. We got to pursue to be found, right? Like ourselves are not going to fall from the sky and spirits being like, here you go, booby. This is who you are. No, you've got to pursue. You've got to pursue opportunities. You have to pursue experiences. You have to pursue mess ups, making mistakes, making achievements. Whatever it is, you've got to pursue. Time don't stand still. So why are you? It's time to pursue who you might be. And that goes through, and that comes from and results from all the very things that I just mentioned. Now, again, Spirit's like, no more stagnancy because it's not getting you anywhere. This Ace of Cups here, your personality is so accepting of like not really pursuing. I feel like I can't get away from the word pursuing. Let me get a couple more messages. I honestly feel like one step at a time with you. Yeah. You fight your ego a lot. And that's going to be in your way. So the very first step, one step at a time, is for you to pursue, I'm hearing matters of the heart. So I feel like you moving into a college environment, take a free course or two. Don't overdo it. Don't do beyond two. Select 2 courses that you find interesting. Right? Or select 2 courses that you have no idea about and you're just throwing yourself into something that you have no knowledge of and it's going to give you something new and fresh. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, we know you want love. We know you want happiness and contentment, and I got that Empress in the reverse again, but you can't have love and contentment until you find out who you are primero, first, right? And you're the Empress. This is not gender affiliated. It's not about like, oh, it's a woman. No, this is just energy, right? And the Empress actually is someone who is sensitive, someone who's caring and wants to take care of the family, right? And doesn't bow down. This is someone who's got the information and people come to. So you have a long journey ahead of you because your personality, I'm hearing, is so warped right now, but it can change. And just step by step, I'm hearing day by day, one thing at a time, you can change. And I feel like the very first change is the very one I told you about. Taking a free course or 2 at a nearby college or university. No community colleges. I'm stretching that and confirming that. I don't want you in a community. That's too easy. I want to stimulate your brain in a way that's never been stimulated before. I want you to find a college or a university. I would love to see you in a university in your area that offers free courses, and there are plenty of them. So it's not going to be difficult. Your angel message ending this reading is spirit. Keeps coming out for your readings, will be spiritual or religious community. And I'm not sidestepping from that other message that I told you the other day about you going back to church. Same message coming out here. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. Okay? You need to be out there exploring in new environments, communities. I want to see you in a free course or 2 at a college or university, and I want to see you join a religious community. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you don't believe in. You need a supportive spirit. You can't just do this journey by yourself without some sort of activity and movement in a spiritual environment. No way. You're too gung-ho on staying the same behavior, and it's too easy for you. It's time to get the support of others, because it's like you need that balance. You need that sponsorship from people who know what the gig is, right? And it's time for you to move out of this energy that you're so, used to, but more importantly, comfortable with. It's time to move you out of your comfort zone, right? It's almost like spirit's forcing you to. So one thing at a time, college or course selection, excuse me, college or university course selection, one or two. And I want you to find a community, maybe even the universities. They have religious communities or spiritual communities. Absolutely. They have, groups or clubs. They're free. They're absolutely spiritual associations and communities at the universities. Go join one. Go meet up with people around your age who meet up for an hour and exchange ideas and opinions. I want you to be around people who don't look like you, don't talk like you, don't feel like you, don't nothing like you. I want you to be around people who are completely opposite in nature of you. That's how you're going to grow and learn. Not being around people who are just like you, or people who are from, similar to you in some way or another. I want you to be around people who are so opposite of you, it's not even funny. That's how you're going to be able to expand. All of us. All of us. I'm going to leave that right there, my dear. Okay. Yep. It's time to expand, grow, and be open. Be open to change. Okay. You could do it. You could do it. I feel like you're a very smart person. I feel like behind that ego is a very smart young man. It's time to do it. I feel your energy. So let me know, keep me updated about what happens and what you're doing and all that good stuff. Because I want to see you, do some good in life. All right, my dear. Let's see who's here in the chat. I'm going, guys, soon. I'm going in about 15 minutes. Guys, I'm going to be closing on out if there aren't any readings. Because she just got to get her sleepest. I got to get my sleepest. So, 15 more minutes, everybody, okay? Alex still here. Rob is back. I think I'm done with the juice. I don't want no more juice. This stuff is powerful. Ginger, lemon, PPL, very good. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole ingredient list. I don't feel like doing that. All right. YouTube doing my refreshing of the live stream here. I see. Whew. Oh, boy. I shouldn't have eaten that pastry. I'm not gonna eat pastries anymore at night. I really don't, but I'm just not gonna eat any more pastries. I had I had a pan to chocolate pastry. It's basically like a fried bread. Um, Actually, I don't even know if it's fried or baked. I think it's baked. It's baked. It's a baked bread with chocolate inside, and it's very good. But I'm not gonna. Eat, I don't. I rarely eat late at night. Things like that because your digestive system slows down its processing. In other words, like when you eat late at night, your digestive system just slows down, and then you wonder why you're bloated or feel weird late at night. Well, because you just gave it something to process, and it's like you trying to wake me up. I was sleeping. Now you're trying to have me process this pastry. So I think that's gonna stop. But I shouldn't have eaten that pastry. I should not have eaten that pastry. It was a small one, but still, I shouldn't have eaten it. I don't know how Europeans do it. They eat those pastries all the time, and it's really a European pastry. They eat pastries all the time. I don't know how they do it. Oh my lord. Yeah, me either, girl. You usually see me munching on fruit, but I had a chocolate craving. I was like, oh, I want something, small. Oh, you're welcome, booby. You're welcome. Stick around, booby. I guess I should make the announcement now, but my team and I are looking into opening a spiritual center for people. More of like a healing center or church. God has been very much getting on me to open up really like a spiritual center or church. So I've been looking into that and where it's going to happen, where we're going to open it, and but yeah, we're looking into opening up a physical location um, for me to do it in. So yeah, God has been like keeping me up late at night these past few weeks, talking to me very strongly about that, wanting me to do that, and I'm just like, oh my God, for real, you know. But that's my next calling. So I'm waiting for Spirit to tell me where now, and I'm being patient with the message. Um, and I'm waiting for God to tell me where. Um, but that's the next step. But I'm seeing like a massive church in the future. A lot of people coming, and but God wants me to open up a space, and to do it, and to preach to people. So and I would love to do that. I would love to do that. And God gave me that message a couple weeks ago. I was like, yes, yes, yes. So I'm just waiting, like I said, patiently for God to tell me where. Not when, because I feel it immediately, but where. Where. So I'll see. I'm patient. I'm waiting for Spirit to let me know. So we'll see. Yeah, so stick around. Yeah, it's more like a spiritual healing center. It's like a church without the Bible. But who knows? God may want me to, to use a Bible later on when as I get older. But for now, a spiritual healing center where people can come, just like you go to church. People can come and listen, you know, just like as I preach here, listen to my words versus the word, because the word stems from, a spiritual piece of literature like the Bible or the Quran, or the scripts, or et cetera, et cetera. But I don't preach from the Bible, even though, so it would be a spiritual center where everybody can come and join if they want. So I'm just waiting, like I said. Where? Let's see, I said 15, 8, 8, okay. So 12:07, okay. Ooh. Yeah, New York would be nice. New York would be really nice, but New York City's very expensive. Very, very expensive, my God. um, yeah. Excuse me. Actually, Alice gave me an idea. Let me see. Be right back. All right. Detox that pastry with some fruit before I go to bed. Absolutely. Hmm. Yeah, for women, we got to be careful about acid because um, women, especially Black women, our wombs are so sensitive. Our wombs are so sensitive from trauma from our ancestors. It's super, super important that you be careful about the acidic levels that we give our bodies. So like I'll eat like an orange, like here and there, but oranges have a lot of acid, and I try to stay away from that because it like eats at your womb, right? So I got some peaches and some other fruits the other day, and you gotta in your body so important. That's why it's so important to know thyself, right? Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, but more importantly, physically. Because you will feel what is the best for your body at certain times throughout the year. And so, like right now, I'm softening my system, preparing it, and doing soft fruits like peaches and not so much mangoes anymore, but like grapes, soft fruits. So we got to be careful about, especially the ladies, what we give our wombs. Same for men and their sperm, making sure that they're not giving their sperm too much acid, because foods either eat you or feed you, So right now I'm doing soft foods, It's really important to do that. Bananas, I don't really like to eat many bananas. Like I'll get like 4 bananas for like 2 weeks because bananas, they clog your digestive system, even though they're filled with potassium. So be careful about bananas. They clog your they make your digestive system, work overtime. See, I'm like detoxing right now, starting to burp. I was like, I'm trying to detox that pastry. I don't want that pastry in my system anymore. Yeah. Bananas are filled with potassium, but they make your digestive system work overtime, and you don't want to consume foods that make your digestive system work overtime, right? Because as you age, your digestive system's team begins to also age. So you want to be light on your digestive system's team. That's why light foods like salads and grains and light proteins are some options that you take on. So I don't know why I got stuck there for it. But long story short, yeah. I'm eating a peach. That's why that whole apple cider vinegar thing that markets and people promote, I don't think so. Vinegar is not an option for my body. We have to make sure that we are consuming the right foods at the right time, because every food group, every food item, every food option is really something strongly to consider at certain times. Like people just eat whatever they want to eat, but are you considering at the time of the season, the time of the day, that you're eating that food and what it does to your body. Just because you consume, veggies, in February in the afternoon, doesn't mean it's going to do the same thing for your body in December, in the morning. Completely different energies. And it's really important for us to think of food and our energies in that way. Or what you consume during the summer, at a certain time when you're in a certain energy, it's completely different from when you're consuming it, in October and it's late at night and you're in a different energy. The food outcome is very different. So before I go to bed, I'm softening my system, and also I'm telling my body to release that pastry from it as soon as I wake up in the morning. That's what I'm telling my body with this peach. I'm telling my body, hey body, I don't want that pastry in my system. Take it out. I'm speaking to my digestive system right now. My intestinal tracts too, Yeah, that was good. That was perfect. That was perfect. That peach is gone, just looking at the pit. Gone, just looking at the pit. You've got a peach when all you've got is the pit to look at. That's it. I gotta pick up some more. That was delicious. When I get my peaches, I get the ones at the very bottom, like underneath. I don't get them from the top. When you buy peaches, you always want to make sure you get the ones that been sitting there for a while. And I dig for my fruit. I'm the type, like when I go to the supermarket or the store, I'm like there for like 40 minutes picking out my fruit. I gotta go through all the fruit. You see all the people in the grocery store and the workers looking at me like, what's she doing? I go through all the fruit. I'm like a little puppy. I'm like, I pick out, I'm like, and I weigh them, I feel them, I shake them. And I got my plastic bag or my my little carry bag. And I'm like, okay, this one. And people are like, Chieftess, where have you been? I was like, I was rummaging through the mangoes. I had to find the right one, And I'll come home with like 2 or 3, and they're like, you've been at the store for 40 minutes and you only came back with two items. What? I'm like, well, the rest weren't ready to eat. They didn't feel good in their energy. I'm all about fruits energy too. They didn't feel right. It just, what? You only got 2, what, 40 minutes? And I'm the type too, when I check out, they're like, do you want a bag? And I'm like, nope. And I put him in my bag. I'm like, here you go, put him on there. And the old woman who's like packaging the groceries, she's like, I'm like, yeah, come on. I open up my bag. I'm like, yeah, put him on in. Because I don't like plastic or anything like that near my food. I don't like plastic near my food. I'm anti-plastic. Don't put that chemicalized plastic piece near my fruit. Don't put him in my body. No. Not put him in my bag. I'm like, open up. I'm like, go ahead. It's almost like a game. Come on, throw him in there. Come on, throw him in there. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, fruits are power. Fruits are power. Let me tell you, I have an old friend who is just around my age. Actually, I think he's like 1 year younger than me now, and he's a fruitopian. Like for the 90% of his diet is fruit. Now, do I recommend that to people? No, not really. But he is so about the natural feel of life that majority of his diet is fruit. This dude's skin is like flawless. Like flawless. And he looks amazingly young. He's got like a lot of vivacious energy. Is always like um, popping up with like good mood and good feel. And this dude has like 6 kids. you know, and his system is just so strong, and is like, he's African like me, so he doesn't really wear shirts very much. He just wears a skirt. He lives in Africa, and this dude's body is just like like mm-hmm. I'm like, he's still looking good. Still looking good. But yeah, fruit is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Coconut's also very good. Very much so. All right, guys, I'm going in 3 minutes and I'm out. I just realized what time it is. 3 minutes and I'm out. Oh, boy. Man, I miss Africa, son. I gotta go visit Africa soon. I miss Africa. Boy, African sun, you can't replace Africa sun. You want a cleansing? Go sit underneath the African sun. Cleanse you up real quick. You'll be like, Chieftess, I don't know what happened to me. And you sit underneath the African sun, you'll be like, liven you right up. Put your laundry out there after hand washing it. Stick your laundry out there for 2 minutes. It's like, all dry. Yeah, it can be. It depends what country you go to and the season. Because we've got different seasons. We have our rainfall season where it rains all the time, even floods. You have your desert-like season, like when you go out, all you want to do is kill somebody because it's so damn hot. And you've got like, your easy breeze season where it feels like ocean breeze weather. You've got different seasons. Yeah, it can be so damn hot. I remember when I was out there traveling, nobody came out of the house before sunset. And if you did, be prepared. On top of that, you got some lands where it's so damn hot and the desert wind is just blowing and blowing. It makes it more hot. You don't want to just kill somebody. You want to kill the entire community. It's like, damn, we got too many people here. It's so damn hot. All saying in jokes. I'm not trying to like promote. I don't believe in that. But, just joking. But yeah, it gets so hot sometimes, Yeah, and I love it when it rains in Africa sometimes too. Not in the flood season, that is. Because I walk around in sandals and I let the rain just hit my feet. I love it. Oh, it feels so good. So good. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys, I'm ending it here. It's been a lovely time with whomever's been listening. But I'm going to exit on out. I hope everybody has also had a good time, all the good stuff. I'll see you when I see you when it's destined. Remember to stay healthy. Remember to stay grateful, and enjoy your time on Earth. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.